Welcome to this deep dive into the world of Dune. Frank Herbert created one of the greatest science fiction stories in 1963, and at the heart of this masterpiece lies a powerful message about religion. In Dune, religion and faith play a crucial role, not just as a backdrop but as driving forces of the plot and characters. Herbert was fascinated by many themes, but none were as significant to him as religion. Herbert doesn't just scratch the surface when it comes to religion. He goes deeper, exploring how belief systems shape societies, influence politics, and even control the destinies of entire planets. From the mystical Fremen culture to the manipulative Bene Gesserit, Dune shows us a universe where everything revolves around faith. Let's start with the Fremen, the desert dwellers of Arrakis. Their culture and religion draw strong parallels to Islam. Paul Atreides, the story's protagonist, is given names like Mahdi and Lisan al-Gaib, which originate from Islamic traditions. The Fremen's blue eyes, known as the eyes of Ibad, are seen as a mark of their devotion, further highlighting how deeply faith permeates their lives. In Dune, wars are often depicted within a religious context. The Butlerian Jihad, for instance, was a human war against artificial intelligence, leading to the prohibition of thinking machines. This conflict wasn't just a battle. It was a crusade that shaped the entire fabric of their society, blurring the lines between religion, law, and technology. Then, there are the Bene Gesserit, a prime example of how religion is portrayed in Dune. They are a secretive sisterhood that spreads seeds of religion in primitive societies, setting the stage to manipulate these cultures later on. The Fremen's deep belief in the Mahdi prophecy, despite it being based on a lie planted by the Bene Gesserit, shows just how potent faith can be, especially in harsh living conditions. To the Fremen, water is sacred. It's the most precious resource, so much so that they're willing to let their own people die to preserve it for the future. In one of the most poignant scenes, a Fremen receives the water of a dead comrade's tears, a profound privilege symbolizing sacrifice for the greater good. This act mirrors the sacrificial elements found in real-world religions like Islam, Judaism, and Christianity. Now let's talk about Paul Atreides. His journey is a direct path to becoming a Messiah-like figure, mirroring the story of Jesus in Christian tradition. But what's fascinating is how Paul's acceptance of his role as the chosen one ultimately leads the Fremen into war, not just against the Emperor, but against the entire galaxy. This transformation shows how easily a religious leader can manipulate and be manipulated. Frank Herbert's message in Dune is a cautionary tale about the dangers of losing oneself in religion. He wrote Dune as a warning, drawing parallels to historical events like the Crusades. Initially, readers saw Paul as a glorious hero, but by Dune Messiah, it becomes clear that his jihad had devastating consequences. Herbert warns that religion isn't inherently evil, but it can become dangerous when followed blindly and without question. To wrap up, Dune is not just a story about power, politics, and giant sandworms. It's a profound exploration of how faith can both uplift and destroy. Frank Herbert's timeless message encourages us to critically examine the role of religion in our lives and societies. So, as you dive into the world of Dune, remember, the real spice isn't just on Arrakis. It's in the lessons we take from this story.